Hey everybody, thank you guys for coming to episode 3. I am so excited. I really am just in awe doing this because I know it's not the normal, way to do things, but it works. What we're going to be talking about today is self-reflection, right? So throughout this podcast, oh my gosh. Excuse me. Throughout this podcast, we will be discussing self-reflection. What does self-reflection mean to you? What does it look like to you, right? Self-reflection is you stepping out of the box of yourself to look at what it is that you see, accepting it, acknowledging it, and allowing it to either stay or let go. Okay? And what I mean by that is, so say you're looking back at certain situations. You're looking at your role in certain situations. You're now holding yourself accountable for your part in what you did. Us as women, we tend to try to blame the other person, and we fail to hold ourselves accountable for a lot because we feel like we don't have to. But understand that you're not reflecting so that you can repeat the same thing. You're not reflecting for anybody else. You're reflecting on yourself so that you can acknowledge it, grow from it, and move forward from it. That's what's going on. Self-reflection is important because it allows you to see things from a different perspective. Allowing ourselves to just kind of step back and in the shoes of others without actually walking in others' footsteps. We have to reflect on ourselves. Allowing ourselves to reflect on ourselves is the first way of growth. That's one of the first ways to grow. It's many ways to grow, obviously, but that's one of the ways. If you're able to have a conversation with yourself, that's a plus. If you're able to look at yourself in the mirror and be okay with who you see in the mirror, then that is great. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people tend to allow themselves to just reflect on trauma, reflect on the negative, reflect on a situation, or reflect on that job. Like they just reflect on the things that didn't work. But as you pray, do you only pray for the things that you don't have? Or do you pray for the day? Do you pray for what you already have? Do you pray for more? Do you pray for others? How do you do that? So look at that kind of as if you pray. Let me say that, if you pray. But look at that as kind of the same thing as reflecting. Having the ability to step outside of your comfort zone and look at yourself in a way and say, I don't like that. I want to change that. That's something that most need to start doing. That's something that most, not even just women, but men as well. That's something that us as a people need to start every day. Understanding that it's okay to step back and look at ourselves and be like, man, I don't like this about myself. I don't like how that work. I don't like how this feel. I don't like, because understand that this self-reflection is for you. And for some, it's not just for you. It's for you to be able to have these type of conversations with other people without, because some people, I'm trying to make sure you guys can understand it, but some people allow themselves to be so consumed and so self-absorbed with the way that they are. They're stuck in their ways that when it comes to change, it's not easy. When it comes to change, they don't want it. When it comes to change, they run away from it. And it's all because they haven't did the self-reflection. They haven't did that self-work. Because you reach a certain part of your journey in your life where it's just you and God or whomever you believe in. And you have to reflect. You have to isolate yourself. You have to get it together and figure out what's your purpose. What's your point? What are you doing the things you're doing for? Don't be discouraged or dismayed when you feel or see things that you really don't want to tackle or you don't want to see. But know that it's happening for a reason because you're actually doing the work. Discomfort, I don't want to say it like this, but discomfort is actually comfort because what it's doing is like how you get some new shoes and you got to break them in. That's what's going on. It's like it's discomfort, but you're going to be comfortable. You have to go through a certain period and a phase in order to get to the next level. In order to keep moving and staying balanced within your life, you have to allow the things that was to be that was in your life. What is it that you want out of your life? How do you see your life? That's a part of the self-reflection as well. A lot of people, I ain't gonna say numbers or percentages, because if you go back to my first podcast episode, you'll know where I'm speaking from. But a lot of people don't understand the importance of doing the self-work. I was one who didn't understand the importance of the self-work until a few years back when I had to sit down. I had to sit back. I had to figure out what it was that I wanted to do for my life, and not for other people, but for myself. Being a parent, you're stuck in that mindset of, for me, mommy mode. When you're a daughter, you're stuck in that mindset of, oh, I'm a daughter mode. But when do you step into your own mode? And this is the part where that mode comes in. To those that are listening, allow your mode to reflect exactly who you are, starting today. It's not hard, yet it's not easy. Don't forget to keep asking yourself, what is self-reflection to you? How do you see yourself doing that? But yeah, my words and stuff, they go everywhere, y'all. I'm telling you, like I be in it to win it, okay? But sometimes self-reflection can also be redirection. Redirection in the sense of you thought you were going that way, but nah, God had another plan. Go that way. It's like a divine detour. Look at it as that. Look at it as you had a lesson to learn. Look at it as you understand now. Look at it as I deserve more. Look at it as your worth is increasing. Your value is increasing. Your abundance is increasing. Your territory is increasing. Which is why the redirection was made. Okay? But I'm going to end it there. I go all over the place when I talk about my topics because I want to just have a conversation with you guys, because self-reflection is definitely important. It's a hot topic that